Despite how large the inequality gap is in India, this does not stop the extremely wealthy from exhibiting their rich lifestyle. On one hand, we have the filthy rich, and on the other hand, rests the extremely poor. So what exactly do the rich and famous spend their huge wealth on? Here's a look at the lifestyle of India's wealthiest. Buying private jets. Private jets are seen as the ultimate status symbol of India's wealthiest, and given the steep price of this accessory, only a few can afford to drop the hefty amount to purchase one. However, India's high flyers see this as a favorite toy, with Indian nationals making up a high percentage of the world's private plane market. Even the stats from the consulting firm Frost & Sullivan claims the wealthiest Indians own more than 150 private jets, ranging from $4.5 million to being as expensive as $310 million. Here's the craziest part. Bombardier is a Canadian plane creator that estimates that they would deliver about 1,215 private jets to India between 2014 and 2033. When you think about how expensive these gadgets are, that will give you an idea of the billions involved in this. But of course, this barely makes a dent in the pockets of top business barons like Ratan Tata, Vijay Mallya, Gautam Sania, Lamskin Mittal, and brothers Mukesh and Anil Ambani. These are only a few billionaire businessmen who understand the benefits of having and using a private jet. Of course, there is privacy, which is literally a part of its name. They also enjoy more flexibility in their schedules. Gautam Sania, who is the chairman and managing director of the Raymond Group, reportedly owns a Bombardier Challenge 600, which, as of 2016, was valued up to $21 million, creating a collection of fine wine. As strange as it may sound, the rich and famous in India are quite interested in fine wine and don't mind spending their disposable wealth in collecting this. Sometimes these high-value items are for consumption, but most times these elites consider it an investment, especially on fine wines like Chateau Cheval Blanc and Chateau Lafite Rothschild. Of course, there is an advantage of using this as a hedge against paper-based investments. The creme de la creme of the Indian society took one look at these high-end fine wines and decided that it would be a good use for their money. But let's give you an idea of just how expensive these wines are. Depending on the vintage, the prices of wine per case can go from as low as $12,300 to $123,000. Poor Indians can just use a fraction of this to feed their entire families, and this will give you a hint of just how much this amount is. In recent times, fine wine has become a popular drink in the country, and even the big hotels are importing better quality wines. Since Indian investors usually love to pay attention to detail, it was inevitable that they would grab the opportunity to invest in rare wines, no matter how expensive they are. With the increasing demand for these wines thanks to these rich Indians, several high-end wineries are looking to set up shop in India. So far, it has attracted the attention of several Indian-born celebrities, including Vijay Armitage, who's launched his very own wine label, Vijay Armitage Reserve Collection, in India. Cruising on luxurious yachts. India's richest view luxurious yachts as a prestigious token of exclusivity. In the last few years, the market for luxury boats and yachts in India has grown astronomically, as it got more than $7 billion in 2010. However, it's quite ironic to own a super luxury yacht in a country without adequate infrastructure to house it. Still, this didn't stop the rich and famous from getting these super yachts, as they choose to dock them in overseas marinas, especially around the Mediterranean Sea and the UAE. One of them is the $90 million Indian Empress belonging to Vijay Mallya, an Indian business tycoon and owner of Kingfisher Airlines and UB Group. This impressive yacht stands at 312 feet and is considered one of the largest in the world. In fact, this same billionaire owns the Force India Formula One team. Here's the crazy part. More than half of the total yachts owned by Indians are in the Mediterranean, while others are used locally in the Andaman Islands and Goa. The little ones that are in the Indian marinas are mostly in Mumbai. But it is also home to India's biggest client base of Halpern, a luxury yachts manufacturer. Traveling around the world. Top of the list of the agenda of India's wealthy is overseas vacation. Who wouldn't love to head over to a luxurious destination where you can get lost on vast beaches and escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life? So the ones who can afford to do this every other week don't mind splurging on these expensive vacations. After working hard, an escape to countries like Austria and Switzerland with abundant natural beauty is a great way to take a break from the regular hectic routine. Every year, more and more of these wealthy Indians want to have holidays abroad. More than half of them take as many as 3 luxury trips yearly, and this amounts to more than $40,000 spent only on leisure. While many of them prefer taking vacations in the Caribbean and Mediterranean, Singapore and Dubai are still top shopping destinations in summer. Living in posh neighborhoods. Of course, the rich and famous in India wouldn't like to mix with the lower or middle class in the country. That's pretty much how it works in every other country as well. They picked some of the most expensive and posh neighborhoods in India as their homes after a long day at work, cruising in yachts, or traveling to various countries. One of those posh locations is Antilia in Mumbai, which is considered one of the most expensive houses in the world, which is valued at a staggering $1 billion and possibly more. This breathtaking building on Altamount Road is the Indian version of the Billionaire's Row. This building is home to Mukesh Ambani, with its multi-story garages to house more than 150 cars, 9 high-speed elevators, multiple terrace gardens, a spa, theater, 3 helipads, 27 floors, and a temple. Radhikashkan Damani is another billionaire that is said to own a house on Altamont Road. Another neighborhood that comes close to Antilia in terms of luxury and style is the Kingfisher Towers in Bengaluru. This 34-story ultra-luxurious complex has 7,000 square feet of Kamath residence belonging to Nikhil Kamath and a penthouse on the last 2 floors owned by Vijay Malala. Nikhil is one of the youngest billionaires in India thanks to his companies True Beacon and Zarada. Everything about this apartment screams millions of dollars, from its modern art and furniture to the bold color schemes in every room. Let's talk about the Adar Abad Poonawalla house at Salisbury Park with its 22 acres of pure luxury. You can immediately tell that the architecture has some European touch, as it is highlighted in the high ceilings with murals from the Italian Renaissance and huge chandeliers. Our list of posh neighborhoods that house the rich won't be complete without the Ratan Tata's house in Kolaba. This is one of the most expensive locations in Mumbai and the retirement home of Ratan Tata. You can't help but be wowed by everything this building has to offer, including the large parking space, lounge, media room, personal gym, and infinity pool at the top of 7 levels of this 3-story building. Purchasing real estate. If you were to carefully inspect every high-end property deal, there's a high chance that an Indian investor is involved. The super rich of India loves to tie up a huge chunk of their wealth in real estate. One fact you would find interesting is that most of the buyers of architectural marvels in Dubai, including Burj Khalifa, are actually Indians. These wealthy Indians are interested in real estate in Dubai for various reasons, including the strong trade ties between India and the UAE and the fact that it's just 4 hours of flying distance apart. Other luxury properties that these wealthy Indians have set their sights on are the Palm Islands, which are considered the largest man-made islands in the world. Whether you're thinking about mid-range accommodation or even luxury waterfront properties, they've got it all in their portfolio. Buying real estate is not limited to Dubai alone, as the top 1% of Indians are also the largest group of overseas buyers in the United Kingdom. They have properties in prime real estate areas in London, such as Mayfair. It's almost unbelievable that Indians are second only to British-based buyers when it comes to London properties. So far, rich Indians have spent hundreds of millions of dollars on residential properties all around central London, including in Belgravia and St. John's Wood. So during the best of the British summer, about 3,000 rich Indian families will find their way to their London homes, effectively escaping the terrible summer heat in India. Now you know about some of the luxuries the rich and famous in India are spending their wealth on, and that's a wrap. What are you the richest people in your neighborhood spending their money on? Let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? Well, we're always posting amazing content like this, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching.